because I may have to click out of this freaking stream because of this OBS, which for some reason want to give me issues. I don't know what it is on certain days. I don't know. Is it like a shit ton of people streaming? I don't know. But what's going on, fam? Hopefully y'all doing good. Salute to everybody that's here, the moderators and the channel members, the people that support me on Patreon. This is actually going to be my response to her response. I did a video about Jhonni Blaze a few days ago, and people want to hear my thoughts on her response video and how she basically justified everything I said. She actually, my commentary on it was spot on, and we're going to get into that. But let's see who's here. Chocolate City, Not Important, Sydney, Caution, Kayo, Zeke, Jasmine, Ortiz, Beautiful Mystery, True, Atsu, Snake Eyes, Matthew, Street Fighter, Poetic Flacco, TJ Hannah, Latrell, Tan, Pop Smoke, JP, JB, Abby, Kenneth, Ramon, Pan African, Karen, Tony, James, Charm, what's up? Make sure y'all like the stream. Okay, Not Important says I'm clear. Okay. What's going on, Gerald? But again, if there's any issues with the stream, y'all let me know. But we're going to get into this. There's been a lot going on. I haven't streamed in about a week. NO Boxing, what's up? Kenneth, Black as Night. DS. We gonna get into this, but I want to say something first, man. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of, especially a lot of these American women, especially a lot of these American black women who are dealing with mental illness. They are mentally ill. And I think it comes with the territory of not growing up in a stable environment, society telling them the wrong way of going about things. What's good, Robert? Schedule is always kind of crazy. I find time to do content. But I'm going to make sure that I get things more steady next week, if I can. I told y'all, man, these women are mentally unstable. And when you mix in the issues that they already had growing up, the dysfunctional situation that they came from, you add in social media, it's going to be a recipe for disaster. Which is why a lot of these people, this is why you see a lot of these women go and get all these surgeries. They're so busy trying to chase sexual attention from men and trying to grow businesses off of their bodies that they paid for, because half of these chicks are not natural. They don't seek to get any type of counseling or any type of help. And they wound up in the situation that they wound up in. Now, in the situation with Jhonni Blaze, she's one of many chicks that grew up in a dysfunctional situation. Look at Black China. Look at her and her mother's situation. These women are mentally unstable. They're mentally ill. And their whole goal is to chase male attention, even though they claim they don't need a man. So why do you need a man's attention? Why do you need his money if you don't need him? Yes, you do. A lot of you heifers will always need men, period. I mean, you get horny. A lot of these chicks are lazy. They don't want to work. They want men to pay them. They want men to fund their OnlyFans, right? So when these women talk about how they don't need men, that's bullshit. Because why do you chase the attention of men? If a lot of these women did not want men or male attention, why do you chase it? Why do you leave your house with little to nothing on? Why do you go and get these BBLs? And I may do a stream because I saw a post on the Shade Room. There was some type of documentary about BBLs. I'm going to continue to get into that. We're going to continue to talk about these BBLs. I'm not going to stop talking about that. These females come from dysfunctional environments, and a lot is done to them, and they're ruined before they even get started in life. I did the video today about Meg Thee Stallion, talking about how men are intimidated by her and all this blah, blah, blah. No, men are just not naturally attracted to you. It ain't about attention. It's that, it's about intimidation. Just the fact that the men that you want don't want you. Let's just be real. A lot of these healthers love to talk about how we're intimidated. They only say that because they can't get the men they really want to stay with them, because men want feminine women. Men don't want women who are desperate for male attention and validation. I don't care how much you lie and claim you don't need men. You can talk about how much you don't want. You can talk about how much you don't need men all you want to, but the truth is the truth. Thanks, Drew. Let's see what the likes said. Yeah, let's get the likes up. I'll get into this video of what Jhonni Blaze had my video. But a day after I post my video, she posts a response video on Instagram. See, I get things done. Okay. I mentioned in my video about how, maybe her career not taking off is a reason for her mental health issues. And she even said in the video, oh, it's not about my career. I mean, you may be doing what you want to do. I mean, you say you're doing multiple music videos, you're recording. Maybe your type of success and other people's type of success isn't the same thing. So maybe you are accomplishing those goals. Okay, so why are you having mental health issues? She mentioned she lost a family member. I can sympathize with that. That's why you need to get off of social media, put the phone down, get a team of people to do it for you. I mean, she got a team that she doesn't trust, which she basically is going to validate that she doesn't trust the people that she has around her, which says a lot about her, that you don't trust the people around you. You don't tell them that you're taking a sabbatical because you don't trust them. So why would you have a group of people around you don't trust? They think that something is wrong with you. We had the situation with Mercedes Marr, that situation, right? So you see Jhonni Blaze is up and missing in action, and she's not talking to the people around her. They're going to think the worst. And you cannot blame them for thinking the worst. But see, that's what happens when you only care about yourself. When you only care about yourself, you seek to you only seek to do things that are in your own best interest, which is fine. But when you have people who are working for you, people who say that they are your friends and you don't talk to them, it's going to cause them to not want to be cool with you anymore, because they're not going to trust you, just like you don't trust them. This is the video on World Star, but the actual video on her Instagram, okay, was about 17 minutes long. When I went, because I was actually gonna do this video yesterday, but I believe she took the original live video that she did down. So I guess World Star re-uploaded it. At least 10 minutes of the original video is like 17 minutes. Now, this is the price of fame, Jhonni Blaze. You want to be famous? You're going to have to deal with the fame. You're going to have to deal with the blogs being in your business. To all you people that want fame so badly, you're going to have to deal with it unless you don't run your own social media. She runs her own social media because she's on there just like anybody else. These women have they have a mindset of building safe spaces. I'm sorry, there is no safe space on social media. There's going to be people that are going to criticize you. There's going to be people that's going to clown you. There's going to be people that disrespect you when you put yourself out there. And Jhonni Blaze has not made that easy, but her antics. That doesn't mean that she is not deserving of taking time off or dealing with certain issues. That's why you have to speak about them publicly, to let people aware of your situation, right? I believe she's even on medication. I told y'all a lot of them are on medication too. A lot of them are on meds. They're not taking their meds.
The truth is that Hollywood's elite act.
And here we go. It's right here. But the thing is with her, hold on a second, is that you have these mental health issues. You're needing time off, time to yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you have people, once again, who are, I would say, cool with you, they're not going to appreciate this. But maybe she don't care. Let's take a look at the video.
When I made that post.
And she's talking about the Instagram post. Not if you've seen my video, you know what I'm talking about. She took all her photos down off Instagram, and she put up a post that led people to believe that she was contemplating suicide. So she's going to address it here.
I did want to end my life. But instead what I did is I deleted my social media, and I went into a hotel and I stayed there this whole time. And I detached myself away from everything that I could think of. The remarks, and the bashing, I didn't do this for attention. I'm talented. I got so many things to be thankful for, but so many things that be feeling like demons I'm fighting. I didn't call nobody because I didn't want to be found. I didn't speak to nobody because I didn't want to speak to nobody. I suffer from depression. I do not want nobody to ever feel sorry for me. People want to know so bad. Y'all want to know so bad, I'm going to give it to you one time and one time only. I have a mother right now that is suing me, telling me that I need to tell.
Now, this is about to get deep, people. Now you're about to see what has her with the depression and with the mental issues, the situation between her and her mother.
The world that I never got raped, okay? I have paid for divorce, and I'm not even supposed to be talking about this because I'm being sued right now. I have paid for a divorce from this man. I have sent money over and over and over again to make sure she is okay. I have shaved my head 3 times. 2 of the times I felt like I was lied to about her having cancer. I have done everything possible after a child gets sent away for telling that her stepfather molested her. So I've been dealing with that since January, okay? And I have not said nothing at all. I have said nothing. I've said nothing about it. That's one, since everybody wants to know so much about me. Two, my grandmother died June 7th. We all know that I talk about my mental health. We all know that I talk about my depression. We know that I fully talk about my anxiety because it's not something I'm proud of, but it is a part of me. It's been a part of me since I was a child. And I fight with it. I have not took my medication since right before my grandmother started getting really bad, which is around February, okay? Since y'all want to know so much, so now you can take my words and put the right things out to the world. Because some of the shit that I see, and you wonder why. You wonder why people want to detach themselves. You wonder why. My grandmother died June 7th. June 10th, I still had to fly to Miami and do 3 music videos. Smile in people's faces like this shit cool. Go to a funeral on the 19th. And another person dies after that. Y'all talk about some, she be faking pregnancies and stuff. You want to know something else? You want to know why every time you see me put up a pregnancy test when I was in a relationship and then you don't see it no more? Because it is difficult for me to have children. And I've stated this before. So I'm sorry that I get excited. And I decide to post something and then it doesn't happen. My bad for that. Which I shouldn't even feel bad for. Help me understand that.
The reason why I'm letting this play is because a lot of what a lot of these women be going through stuff that you never really know. Is because to them, I don't think they think it's a big deal until they get into situations where they have to explain things, right? Like there was a story. There's a guy, is a music producer. I believe his name is. He's a music producer by the name of Marley Marl, right? There was an Instagram model that he flew out, and there was paperwork filed against him by this woman, right? She claimed he basically, what is it? I want to say, was holding her against her will or whatever. And him and another woman, and she was burning, and she was needing medication, right? And he was still having sex with her while she was burning, and she needed him to get medication for it. Like it's crazy stuff, man. But then they will get on Instagram and post pictures and acting like ain't nothing going on, when these chicks are carrying worse things than COVID. Okay? But you would never know it, right? But when it comes time to explain things, they'll bring up things that they have been dealing with for a long time. It hadn't really bothered them, but it may have caused them mentally to go into different places, right? But with Jhonni, again, she says she's dealing with all these different things. This is why counseling is needed. This is why you have to talk to people. This is why you have to get the right people around you that is going to bring out the best in you, not the worst in you. That's going to be able to help you through the good times and the bad. But once again, this was somebody that did not trust the people around her.
I am battling with so much, fighting yourself to the point I couldn't fight no more. So when I posted that, I don't know how to sugarcoat. I've always been this hood, cheerful, tell it like it is type of person. You know, you couldn't catch me a couple of years being able to even talk like this without screaming and, you know, being extra. I'm about as calm as a whistle. You feel me? And tears is okay. I am not upset because I've seen the comments. I am not upset because of a failed career. I've done so much in my career.
You know, I have brought that up in my video. I brought up that It could be the career thing didn't take off. I didn't say it failed. I just said it didn't take off. Listen, man, it always has something to do with it. When you want something bad enough and you don't really achieve what you think you should, you got people like Meg Thee Stallion and others who you may feel like you're more talented than, who are achieving more and doing what you're doing. Like, if she twerks, you can twerk, probably better. And you seeing her, you might feel like a little slighted that somebody like her would be able to reach certain heights. And I know I brought that up in my video. But I want people to understand with Johnny Blaze, this is somebody, again, that's been carrying all these different demons. Somebody that's been medicated, somebody that suffers from depression. A lot of people these days suffer from depression. This is why you see them act out the way that they do, is because they're suffering from depression. They're suffering from some sort of mental illness. I think that's because I think there's a lot of people these days suffering from that. You can tell. Look at how they act on social media, man. Look how hypocritical they are. All you have to do, you could just look at YouTube. Look at how unstable some of these people are. Something is seriously wrong with them.
Career I'm proud of.
Hold on a second. Shout out to Rob Sawyer. She's gone, addicted to that like forever damaged. Looking for attention because she's not relevant. These chicks sell their soul and hate consequences. Eat that wall, shawty. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate that.
I have loving family and friends around me.
You have loving family and friends around you, but you didn't tell them that you were taking your sabbatical. They're going around social media not knowing what's going on with you. I don't think you trust them like that.
She's gone, addicted to that like a forever damaged. Looking for attention because she's not relevant. These chicks sell their soul and hate the consequences. Eat that wall, shorty.
Thanks, bro.
You feel me? I had a breaking point.
How many of y'all want to bet that breaking point is probably around some dude? I noticed that women have breaking points only when in regards to men. Everything else is cool, but that breaking point usually comes with some guy.
I had a breaking point. The other thing I want to say in my growth is putting me in position to talk this way and be able to express this. But Meezy,
now Meezy is 21 Savage's manager, okay? He's the guy that's been going around saying, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. She's missing. I don't know where she's at. She's about to address him.
Meezy, whatever you want to call yourself, Mega Meezy, that post that you made to Hollywood Unlock, when all of my close friends don't even know you like that. And you're supposed to be my friend. I have walked Stone Mountain with you on some spiritual stuff because we both suffer depression. I call you as a friend sometimes at night, crying or texting you. We talk together and everything. You talk about some because of through OnlyFans. When I was sitting here and you didn't see me post on social media, my
Johnny Blaze
OnlyFans
should just
is
get
a
off social media permanently and work on herself cause she's a wreck.
I agree, Abby. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, I think Meezy wanted to date her, right? And then she said they became friends on some spiritual, blah, blah, blah. And I guess she's feeling betrayed. I think you've had a problem with Meezy for a while now, and I think this just made it worse.
It's scheduled to always post. After 3 days of so-called everybody said that I wasn't that I wasn't here or whatever that y'all were saying, I went on there and I seen some things that of my ex was saying, and I got mad and sent out my response through OnlyFans.
What her ex is saying. These women get triggered when their ex is saying stuff.
That does not mean that I am not going through things or an attention seeker. Now see, I want to go all the way in, but I'm not going to do that to you. I just know that from here on out, me and you are no longer friends, because even when your friend had cancer, Cortez, I was the one that used to run 40 minutes to his house to force him to take black seed oil, and he's cancer free right now. I was the one that did that. I was the one that would call you and ask you, are you depressed? But you won't tell these people that you don't really speak to me like that. You tried to date me, and when I finally tried to go on a date with you years ago, you stood me up and left me in a club while you was drunk at a strip club.
When he tried to date her, this is the manager Meezy. She's saying that he stood her up. I told y'all they've had issues for a while now. The whole friendship thing just covered it up. But according to her, he stood her up, probably because he felt like she was playing games. But they still, quote unquote, remain friends.
And you apologize. You said, how can I be your friend? I said, we could just be cool. I don't want to talk to you. And ever since then, we had spiritual moments about depression and anxiety. And you go on a blog. Dude, you go on a blog. You go on a blog. And you talk about me. I'm not going to answer anybody's questions. And the thing with my ex, or whatever y'all want to laugh about, with Nove, let me tell you something. That man has done nothing wrong to me. All right? It's never have. So I see everything. And this is why I don't like being on social media.
She says she sees everything. See, that's the problem. You're looking at everything instead of focusing on what you're doing. You're focusing on what everybody else is doing. You have rabbit ears. You're concerned about what this person is saying, what that person is saying. Why do you even care? Don't you have a busy career? Doing music and OnlyFans, you have a busy career. Why do you care what people are saying?
Well, Jay, you said her epiphany was over a dude and you was a jillion%
right. Exactly.
SMH.
There's always a guy behind this. Always a guy that be sending these women, driving these women crazy. These women don't just wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm going to go on a sabbatical. I'm not going to tell. No, it's always a guy. Especially a guy they done slept with, or they potentially could have slept with. There's always a man behind these women's breakdowns. I'm telling you right now. When these women act crazy, it's because of a guy. Don't believe it when they say it's not, because it is.
I've seen everything. He's done nothing but put so much time in dealing with me as his girlfriend with mental issues that sometimes people give up, not because they don't care or not because they don't love you, but because they cannot fight for you harder than yourself. He's never put his hands on me. He don't even like arguing like that. Those screenshots of my text messages from weeks ago when me and him had a fight on social media. Okay? That picture is...
You say this guy doesn't like to argue, but why is he arguing with you on social media? Let me tell you guys something, man. If you're dealing with a mentally unstable woman, let her go. This guy tried his hardest to make a relationship work with her, and the relationship still ended, and they still ended up fighting on social media. He did all that just so he can still end up getting into it with her on social media. If a woman shows you who she is, you need to understand that's who she is. You're not going to be able to change her. No matter how much you try to stay the course, you think she's going to change. She's a good person. A lot of you dudes do that because you like sleeping with these women. When you need to understand that that's not a good situation. That situation can go very bad when you're dealing with somebody that's on medication, that deals with depression, that has all these issues, and you're still trying to make it work with them only for not only that relationship to end, but for it to end badly. And I think she's only saying this about him, I guess qualities, because she realized he probably was a good guy. But women like her don't want good guys. They love dysfunctional relationships.
It's old, and it's definitely not from him. So as a person of me caring enough for someone that's tried their best to help me, y'all can't do that to him. Everything that y'all want to talk about, everything that y'all want to bash me about, she's faking pregnancies. Now you know about that. You talk about what I'm going through.
The game is cold. Snowflake.
Appreciate that, Sir Ism. Yeah, well, if she don't get help, she definitely not going to be making it out here, man. See, these are the type of women, man. They're not relationship material. Stop trying to wife chicks like this. I know you dudes think with the wrong head, but that's only going to last but so long. These women are not going to change who they are. They are who they are. The best thing you can do is try to help them, but from a distance. A lot of you guys you think that if I stay in it long enough, maybe she'll change. No, it's just like these women that stay in these bad relationships thinking that the man is going to change. He's not going to change. He's who he is. He's who he is. And you knew that. You're not like people are so delusional. They think they can change people from being who they are. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Know about that. You know everything that y'all need to know. There's nothing wrong with feeling like you don't want to be here sometimes. There's nothing wrong with fucking taking breaks. There's nothing wrong with sometimes you don't want to smile. I smile for everybody around me but me.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is why your Americanized woman needs help. And social media does not help it. It has worsened women who already suffer from all types of mental issues, depression. A lot of them may have anxiety. It doesn't help, man. It really doesn't. A lot of you guys put yourself in very bad situations trying to date women like this, all because of how they look. You're looking at the body and you're not looking at the mind. She's not the minority. There's a lot of women like this. There's a lot of women like this that have so many issues. So many, which is why a lot of these women, unfortunately, man, they have all these kids, right? And then they still think that somebody's going to wife them up. No, they're not. They deal with all these dysfunctional men and they think that, maybe one day he'll change because she ain't never had a daddy in her life. The men that were in her life took advantage of her. According to her, her mother's boyfriend took advantage of her mother's husband, I believe, took advantage of her. But she still supported her mother, paid for a divorce, supported her mother. And that's what happened. A lot of these young ladies and men, but I'm going to talk about the ladies, they grew up in a household with a psycho, Disick-loving mother who's chasing men, and instead of focusing on bringing the right type of men into their lives, they bring these desperate, in and out of jail, broke as hell males into their life because they need somebody. They desperately need a man in the house, and they bring these type of men around their children. And then Johnny Blaze, even though she goes through that, she still supports her mother. I think these single mothers need more blame for how these young women and these young males grow up. They get a pass. Everybody want to blame the daddy. Well, didn't the mother choose the father? Bringing these losers around their children. These women bring losers around their children, and they don't get no blame for it. They don't. They go straight to the daddy. She picked him too. If he's a loser, she picked him. If he's a child support ducker, she picked him. But no, they want to blame the daddies because it's easier, because you don't want to hold these single mothers accountable. You single mother heifers going to be held accountable whether you like it or not. All these black single mothers have done over the last 40 something years is cause havoc and chaos. You raise a generation of bums, losers, lazy, dysfunctional males, and you have also raised a group of dysfunctional, lazy, careless, dysfunctional, mentally unstable daughters. But we gonna blame white supremacy. You people are nuts. You people are nuts. That's why you will never make it to the promised land. Neil, one of you will. You will always be exactly where you at. You can blame everybody you want to, but you need to look yourself in the mirror, because you destroyed you. You screwed you. You destroyed you. I'm sick and tired of these women getting a pass for how they have destroyed their children. They've destroyed themselves. And then you got some of these people that want to get mad when men point that out. Talk about losers. Talk about the insane, right? The insane. A lot of these people are insane. They're probably on medication as well. Probably don't take their medication. And they just want you to believe anything. You know? It's easy to blame men for what these women do, man. Johnny Blaze is a product of a mother that didn't care about her children. Cared more about getting dizzy than she cared about her children. You got women meeting men off the internet and moving them in after a week or two. You got women that are dating men in prison. Dating men in prison. Like, what the fuck? There's one heifer, what her name is, Akbar. I believe she's on Love and Hip Hop. She's FaceTiming a guy in jail.
Jaye, I stopped taking men and women serious when they post I need to unplug from social media. Who hurt you? Haha.
Right. Black Rhino, appreciate it. A lot of people these days are crazy. Y'all dating men who are incarcerated. I'm not saying that all men that are incarcerated are bad, but it's bad when you're turning to them for a relationship. That lets me know everything I need to know about you. Why are y'all chasing men in prison? You got women who get jobs at the jailhouse just so they can get access to these guys, man. Weirdos, man. Convict chasing weirdos. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. That's the type of women we got in our society. Convict chasing weirdos. Who's not even sure who their children's father is because they're too busy screwing this guy, double, triple digit clutching. They don't even know. One kid light skin, one kid dark skin, one kid is brown skin, and they do not look anything alike. They all only one look like the mother. The rest of them don't. If you know what I'm saying, that's your Americanized woman here. That's the freedom that they have, and they still mentally unstable. Listen, man. I know that we all go through things and we deal with it certain ways. You got women that go through certain abuse and they deal with it by being extra sexual, right? They say it call it empowerment, but how is it empowerment when you're getting plowed by different men? How is that empowering? You're still getting screwed by multiple different men that you're in and out of relationships with. A lot of you chicks are side chicks. A lot of y'all are side pieces. A lot of y'all are the jump off of married men. He only calls when he wants to screw. That's your life. That's the life that you chose. That's the life you chose. And these women got the audacity to talk about what type of man they want. What type of successful man they want. That makes me chuckle whenever I see these multiple upon multiple baby mamas talking about what type of men they want. You're not going to get those men, not ever. I don't care. I don't care how much of a simp he might be. He's still going to look at you, and he's going to look at that ready-made family. He's going to be like, nah. And that's why they hate men who speak on these things, man. That's why they try to come after us, try to diss us in videos and try to, they think that they are going at our rhetoric, but they're only embarrassing themselves. When I see you heifers try to come at me or others, you only embarrass yourself because first of all, you don't know what you're talking about. And secondly, even your own viewers know you're full of shit. They know that too. Like when you try to say things about me when they've listened to me lying, they know that, yeah, this bitch lying too. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Listen, man. Hold on, let me put this video back up. We're going to take another look at it, but I'm going to try to, because this is a 10-minute video. I might play a little bit of it. Let me go to it only got informative around this part here. All right.
Because I've seen the comments. I am not upset because of a failed career. I've done so much in my career I'm proud of. I have loving family and friends around me. You feel me? I had a breaking point. The other thing I want to say in my growth is putting me in position to talk this way and be able to express this. But Meezy, whatever you want to call yourself, Mega Meezy, that post that you made to Hollywood Unlock when all of my close friends don't even know you like that. And you're supposed to be my friend. I have walked Stone Mountain with you on some spiritual stuff because we both suffer depression. I call you as a friend sometimes at night crying or texting you. We talk together and everything. You talk about some because of through OnlyFans. When I was sitting here and you didn't see me post on social media, my OnlyFans is a schedule. It's scheduled to always post. After 3 days of so-called everybody said that I wasn't here or whatever that y'all were saying, I went on there and I seen some things that of my ex was saying, and I got mad and sent out my response through OnlyFans. That does not mean that I am not going through things or an attention seeker. Now see, I want to go all the way in, but I'm not going to do that to you. I just know that from here on out, me and you are no longer friends, because even when your friend had cancer, Cortez, I was the one that used to run 40 minutes to his house to force him to take black seed oil, and he's cancer free right now. I was the one that did that. I was the one that would call you and ask you, are you depressed? But you won't tell these people that you don't really speak to me like that. You tried to date me, and when I finally tried to go on a date with you years ago, you stood me up and left me in a club while you was drunk at a strip club, and you apologized. You said, how can I be your friend? I said, we could just be cool. I don't want to talk to you. And ever since then, we had spiritual moments about depression and anxiety. And you go on a blog, dude. You go on a blog. You go on a blog. And you talk about me. I'm not going to answer anybody's questions. And the thing with my ex, or whatever y'all want to laugh about, with Nove, let me tell you something. That man has done nothing wrong to me. All right? It's never have. So I see everything. I literally, and this is why I don't like being on social media. I've seen everything. He's done nothing but put so much time in dealing with me as his girlfriend with mental issues that sometimes people give up, not because they don't care or not because they don't love you, but because they cannot fight for you harder than yourself. He's never put his hands on me. He don't even like arguing like that. Those screenshots of my text messages from weeks ago when me and him had a fight on social media. Okay? That picture is old, and it's definitely not from him. So as a person of me caring enough for someone that's tried their best to help me, y'all can't do that to him. Everything that y'all want to talk about, everything that y'all want to bash me about, she's faking pregnancies, now you know about that. You talk about what I'm going through, you know about that. You know everything that y'all need to know. There's nothing wrong with feeling like you don't want to be here sometimes. There's nothing wrong with fucking taking breaks. There's nothing wrong with sometimes you don't want to smile. I smile for everybody around me but me.
People, and that was the text message to Meezy. That was the text message I want the show to see. You know, I'm not big on showing messages like this, you know, but I guess this is what she had to say to him. Because this is what he put, because he thought she was out here doing it for attention. I don't know if y'all can see that. This is what Meezy had to say. The weirdest shit ever could do is fake like you killed yourself or went missing for days just for folks on your OnlyFans private message to know you okay. But everyone else don't. Bruh, people are weird. I'ma just pray for them from a distance. Because they pay, man. They're paying her. They're paying her, probably paying her a lot of money. That's why. If you want to see that video, hold on, let me put, because I played a video. It's a 10-minute video. I'm not about to play this video, that whole video over again. So if you want to see it, you go to where the video is. And you could also go to, what's this guy Instagram? Glock's Topics is where the screenshots are. So you can go to Glock's Topics. Yeah, that phone has been through hell. Let's see. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream. Yeah, she basically friends on him. Yeah, he ain't never got over that, man. He ain't never got over that. But mental illness is definitely running rampant. And these are the things that we should be discussing, man. Not talking about a structure that's holding us. No, we need to talk about the fact there's a lot of mentally unstable people out here. And, you know, a lot of things are just not manifesting. But a lot is going on out here, people. Oh, man. Salute to everybody. So let's see how much time we have. All right. Let's see. Take a few phone calls. Let's see. This is the same policy that I always have, man. I don't just want a bunch of you males calling in with your opinions. I want to hear what the women have to say. I don't like talking about women as a bunch of guys calling in. Let's see. This off. All right. Yeah, if you part of that private Insta, man, that means that that private OnlyFans, man, that means you're paying a good amount. That means that you OGs out there. Let's see. Alright. Now, the lines are not going to be open that long. So if you don't call in, you don't call in. But if y'all want to say something, say a few words. But yeah, man, this is why a lot of women like this never really stay in regular relationships because they can't. They're not capable of it. A lot of these women are not capable of relations. I don't care how good she look. There's a lot of good looking women on social media. None of them are dateable. They're not marriage material. They're just not. Yo, what's going on? Hello?
Hey, Jay?
Yeah, what's up, man?
It's me, Devon, calling from Cali once again.
Okay.
Man, I just got done hearing a snippet of what Johnny Blaze had to say about her being silent. And it was a rough one to hear because it's just like, it's just based off of like, you know, how she's been carrying herself in an effort to be in the entertainment industry. It just seems like she gave all the things that she was willing to do physically to, you know, as far as like making sure she just looked a certain way. I think she gave up so much of that versus like her happiness. I feel like she just, you know, it's just like, because it's just like, why, you know, are you at this age and you're still struggling to have, you know, a special someone care about you? Like, what's really going on, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. That's, you know, that's kind of what I initially thought, you know.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know, it's like, I mean, it's one of those situations where once you place one priority over another, and what I mean by priorities, I'm talking about you know, all the things that you're doing for your appearance to,
Ghetto
you know,
Barbie isn't a
get
true
deeper
friend to her
in
SMH
the
man,
entertainment
facepalming,
industry.
medium skin
Once
tone.
you're working on so much of that, I think what tends to happen is you forget about, you know, what's in your heart. And I think that's what we're seeing in real time with Miss Jhonni Blaze.
Yeah. And a lot of these women are a lot more alone than they think they are. You got all these people, and you still got all these issues that you feel like you can only address by yourself. So.
Right, exactly. But I really hope I really do hope that she gets it together and focus on that matter. You know, whether it be, I think she needs to go to therapy. I think she needs to really, you know, dive into that inner framework. I wish the best for her, but at the same time, you know, let's say she does that. While she does that, a romantic relationship right now is a no-go. If she's still trying to have a relationship after doing all of this, it's going to be a failure, you know. And I tell my guys back in California the same thing in a different way, you know. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say on that, just to add my 2 cents in. Jay, you enjoy the rest of the show and keep doing what you're doing because it's creating real conversations.
Cool, man. I appreciate that, man. Thanks.
No problem.
You have a good one. All right. Yo, what's going on?
Yes, y'all up there now, or you just still on?
Hello? You there?
Hello?
Yeah.
You still on?
Yeah.
Still doing your podcast? Hi, this is Janella.
Yeah, I'm live. Janella, what's up?
Oh, okay. Oh, how you doing? It's been a long time I haven't spoke to you.
Yeah.
Long time no hear from.
Yeah, it has been a while.
This is what I wanted to say. And I'm speaking up for the fellas, okay? And well, you know, I'm not bashing of my own, you know, sex and you know, people, women, but there's only one thing I don't agree with the women. I have multiple children, and all of my children. A lot of people always think because I got more than 6 children, they're by different people. Well, 7 of my 9 children are by one person.
Okay.
And
big family.
That's the part that they kind of got next to me when you said that, and they do. Some of them on light skin, some of them on dark skin. Even though the 7 with the one guy, he had some of his kids are like. He's dark skinned, but some of his kids are light and dark. So I didn't like that at first, but then I was like, yeah, he got a point. So I had sense enough. Sometimes you have to have sense enough to know that if a statement doesn't pertain to you, you can't get offended if you know it's not you. You know what I'm saying? So I have my tongue on that.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying. Okay, now here's the thing. I have put a few questions up. I have had guys pass me over. Okay, I'm very independent. Mm-hmm. I always work. I always keep my own place to stay. Mm-hmm. The only reason why I'm not working now is because I had an accident at my job, right?
Okay.
Okay, this is what I don't understand. There's a lot of guys out there that pass a woman up. They say they want women that pay their own bills, got their own place and everything. But they'll pass a woman up like me for somebody that's just like her, the dysfunctional, that's quick to have sex with and have mental health issues. They homies on the street, begging and messing around and having sex with every guy out there. They prostituting because they ain't got no place to stay, first of all. And they mess around with all kinds of Tom, Dick, and Harrys out there. But that's the one a man will hurry up and get to her.
Well, let me ask you.
She play damsel in distress or whatever the case may be.
Let me ask
you. But then somebody like me, I'm too good.
Janella.
Yeah, I'm too stuck up.
Janella. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, the thing is this.
Yeah, I hear you.
A lot of times these guys, I don't think that they may pass you over because you have your stuff together. I think is them maybe being in situations where a woman that has had what you have had, right? They see you as wanting to be domineering and controlling, and they don't want to be back in that situation again. And they'll go with a woman like Johnny Blaze because they may feel like she needs them more. She may show a level of maybe femininity or a level of need that they feel like will make them feel more comfortable in that relationship instead of being with a woman, like you said, that's independent.
They end up being like women like her. They self-medicating. They mentally ill and stable.
Yeah, well, you got to understand.
Self-medicating, that's why they outside.
But that's the thing, like, depending on how she look, you know, and, I've said it earlier, these guys will deal with women depending on how they look if they can get her, you know, and they'll deal with her despite her issues. But you got to understand, when a guy hears a woman say she's independent, all that, they have PTSD because they've been in those situations before, and they don't want to be in it again. They're like, why is she telling me she's independent and has all this stuff together? And then they have PTSD. They've been in that situation before. They don't want to do it again. So,
right.
But that doesn't mean that it's right. But you have to get to know people,
I'm not
right?
trying to be all stuck up and all that.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing.
Either.
That's why you got to get to
minute.
know people. You know, some people got to get to know you. You got to get to know them. That's what it's about. You can't hop in a relationship, because there'll be women that want to hop in a relationship as soon as they feel like they like a guy after about a week. And it's like, you're going to need longer than that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. A guy passed me, a good guy. I mean, I promise you, a guy that I've been having a crush on since I was 16 years old. This me for a woman that jumped on his penis right away. And he been like with her, and she got mental. He didn't even know that she was visiting one of my ex roommate, and was messing around with my ex roommate and his friends and stuff. And then and then later on found out, and that's why she's homeless. She don't want to take her medication. And when she take her mental health medications for her 3 mental health disorders, she had her mom and dad. Her mom or somebody is her payee.
Yeah,
they will give her money and stuff if she take her medicine and go back to it, because she don't want them to control her check. So what she do? She start taking her medicine and start going to counseling and stuff.
Well, let me
end up on the street prostituting, and they thinking she a normal woman.
Hold on,
and they pass me up for somebody like that.
Janella, can you hear me? Cause you get on the road, man. I'll be like, well, damn.
Yeah, I hear you.
But well, are you single now? Or are you married in relationship?
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I was real close to meeting somebody, and as soon as he laid eyes on her, didn't care about her background, her jail time, her drug abuse, the prostitute, the nothing. He messed. He just all I was a text buddy after he laid down with her.
A text buddy. So he was
and
giving you non-sexual attention.
Now finding out she was homeless and all of that.
So wait a minute. So do you think he friends on you?
I didn't even get a chance. Listen, I didn't even get a chance to go on a date with him.
Oh man. So he just wanted to be friends. He just wanted to be.
I mean, once this is what happened. She told him a bunch of lies. She told him that my house was her house, but it wasn't. She never lived here. And he believed her.
All this for this dude?
She told him I was the one home. She was letting me stay with her.
So
yes.
I tell you, women
she was visiting my roommate. She wasn't even here. She wasn't even living here. She was having sex with my roommate and his friends.
But I'm telling you, women do shit like that. They will go behind the back of a woman that's their friend.
And had the dude
they will go and get a guy.
The dude came over to visit me, right? The dude came to visit me, and my roommate didn't tell him that I was at the grocery store. So he ended up laying down with her because he thinking it's her house, right? So he didn't know she was over here for my roommate. Next thing you know, I got wind of what went down. Then by the time he finally contacted me again, I kept trying to tell him, no, that's not her house. She never stayed there. She's homeless. She this and that. I already know the story. You see that scene on Coming to America when?
Yeah.
Remember that scene on Coming to America when the sister ended up with she thought she had a key?
Janella.
It was just like that.
Janella, calm down.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this: do you think the fact that you have, well, you said you have 6 kids, 7 kids?
I have 9 children,
Nine.
7 by one
Okay.
man. I'm
Yeah,
still married
I'm just
to
saying. Okay, but
that I've
do
been
you think
separated
that
with.
might have scared him off?
No, all my kids are grown. I don't have no children under 19.
Okay.
So he already knew that I had no children in my house.
Okay.
He already knew that I'm a grandmother. I'm a grandmother. He's a grandfather.
Okay.
He knows everything about me. So the thing about it was, I was at grocery shopping one day, and he ended up coming to visit me and ended up meeting her. While he didn't know she was over here for my roommate. I was living with a male roommate. And I see the type of women he have in and out of here, and I'm like, ain't my business. All I do is I pay my half of my rent. That's it. Okay. And so I figured, okay, well, I invited him to come see me. And I explained to him, I said, I got a male roommate. We're never seeing each other. You can come see me. He goes, he have his company. Come over here. I'll bother him. So turns out I went grocery shopping, and I guess he met the girl. The girl lied to him, tricked, mentally gone. Tricked him, told him, oh, I'm the one that's a singer. Oh, I'm the one that this is my house. And all the stuff that basically turned everything around on me. Everything that was wrong with her.
Yeah, hold on. But Janelle, let me ask you this.
Everything that was good about me, she said it was her.
Janella.
And when I tried to explain to him it wasn't true.
Janella. Listen, I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm gonna have to go. This call has been long as hell, and you ain't listening to me, okay? I gotta raise my damn voice just so you can listen to me, Janella. Okay. Janella, you need to calm down. Okay, put me on, up my volume, up the volume of your call so you can hear me clearly, okay? Because I have to keep this thing concise because I don't want to go off the rails, okay? So you have to listen to me, all right? I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm gonna have to go to the other caller, okay? What was it about this guy that would make you want to get with him if he's already dealing with, other people?
Wow, that's a good point. The thing is, he convinced me that he's not dealing with that person no more. The girl that he ended up with.
No,
though,
I said, what did you like about
house.
him? I said, what did you like about him? Not who he was with. What did you like about him? What was about him that had all this magnetism?
Since I was 16 years old.
You had a crush on him since you were 16 years old?
He do the same type of work. Right, I had a crush on him since I was 16 years old. He do music
so he had
like I do. I found out his family his upbringing was similar to mine. Go ahead.
No, so he had a soul tie with him. Like you just was always in love with him, right?
So when he asked me out, I was like, oh, hell yeah. It wasn't no yeah. It was hell yeah. Nigga, do you know how long I want to go with you? Kind of thing with me.
Okay, so you've been in love with him for a minute. Okay, all right. Well, Janelle, I have to go.
And I don't date guys fast like that.
Oh, okay, so you get to know him. But I have to go, Janelle. But this was
okay.
Entertaining, but I appreciate it. All right, Janelle, thanks for calling in, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, take long as hell, man. I had to go, man. Well, shout out to Janella, man. She says she's been in love with him since she was 16 years old, man. So you've been holding a place for him since you was 16? Wow. So oh, man. Yo, what's going on?
What's up, Jay? How you doing? Man?
I'm doing good, man. What's up with you, man?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm all right. What's up?
Well, first off, the last call was very entertaining.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier in the show the single mother epidemic and how Johnny Blaze is a direct like she came from the epidemic, but in all seriousness, and I'm not gonna be on this call long. I just wanted to let you know that I understand exactly where you're coming from with that. Like I said before, I'm from a community where single motherhood is a growing epidemic, but I hope people can understand where you're coming from. It's not you bashing. It's the fact that this is creating an entire generation of men and women who are confused. And Johnny Blaze is like me. She's from the inner city. She's from an area where love and compassionate families don't really exist like that. The women have been programmed to be adversarial towards the men, you said it before. A lot of these black females have a resentment towards, especially good black men. It's unfortunate, and it's not us bashing, but we have to understand. There are some great black women, but there are also a lot of black women who are confused, especially the ones who live in these urban neighborhoods, these urban communities. They've been tricked into believing that black men are the enemy.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm gonna get off.
Okay.
What is, based on what you're seeing right now, with how bad this thing is, and how these single mothers have raised an entire generation full of confused men and women? How bad do you think it's gonna get from here?
I think that if the accountability is not had, it's only going to get worse. These women are following the footsteps of the women they see now. They want to be just like them. They want to live the lifestyle they live. And it's only going to affect them if they have children. And they don't seem to care, I just think that we have a generation now of women that just care about themselves. And that's why they are adverse to accountability. And they fight against it because they want to be able to live life the way they want to. And when they have pushback, they push back hard against it. So it's only I don't see it getting any better unless people get better, but that's going to take a lot of work and a lot of deprogramming.
That's very informative, Jay, but it's also terrifying. I'm gonna leave you with this, man. Like I said before, I've been one of your ride or die since day one.
Okay.
I watched your very first video ever when I was 18. When I was 18. Like I said, I'm in grad school now, but I want to tell you, man. I go to an HBCU. I go to Southern University out here in Baton Rouge, and I want to tell you, man. I'm one of the few black males in my graduate program. Let me tell you something, man.
Wow.
This whole gynocratic mindset, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was all a bit of an exaggeration, but I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I see what you're talking about. I'm in the MBA program, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's not just what you said. It's even worse than you possibly could think. But I'll let you know this. It's not going to deter me from my goals.
Right.
I know there's good women out there.
Absolutely.
But I'll tell you one thing, man. I'll fill you in on the details later on down the road. I just want to let you know, man, what you're doing is great. I admire your progression. I hope that eventually in life I can get to where you're at, and other successful black men are at. I'm a youngin' in the game right now. I'm the kind of person, I'll admit. I'm still learning as I go along, but I just want to let you know, man, congratulations on all your success. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And congratulations to you and how far you've gotten, especially since you started listening to me since you was 18, right? And you're still going strong, right? Listening to this day. And you've been chasing success, man. So shout out to you, man.
Birthday next week.
Birthday next week? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, happy future birthday to you, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, man. God bless you.
You too, man. Thanks for the call.
Thanks.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to that young black man. Being successful. See, successful young men listen to me. And I am very appreciative of that. I'm glad I've been able to help steer people in the right direction. Because I want success for y'all. Okay? I'm the type of person, I chase success. I want to be successful. I want to do successful things. So when I hear that y'all are out achieving, and you've listened to me over the years, that makes me feel good. It makes all the content I produce worth it. But yeah, a lot of these women need to be deprogrammed, and that's not going to be easy because they don't want to be deprogrammed. They like who they are. I think a lot of them like who they are. Shout out to y'all on this live stream, Yeah, Janella was a good caller. Yeah, she have to call back more. I know I haven't done too many shows over the last week, but whenever she can, she call in. I like speaking to, people of different age ranges. They could be older. They could be my age. They could be younger, as we just heard. You know, especially us as black men, man. We need to chase success as much as possible and not let anybody try to shame us into not doing that. You know, they try to shame black males and say that if you want success, you're acting white. But I guess if black women chase success, they're not trying to be white, right? They're just going for success. You know, they brag about their success all the time, but if we do, we're trying to be white. Do y'all see the programming? How are we trying to be white when you're doing the same thing? You're trying to do the same thing, but we're acting white. No, you're the one acting and trying to look white. Okay, with that blonde fake hair, color contacts, fake voice, but we're the ones trying to be white. No, we're trying to be successful. Oh, Nawal, I guess you haven't heard. I guess you haven't heard the rhetoric from these heifers on this platform. You know, they ready to throw that C word. They love to throw that C word around in regards to men who seek success, unfortunately. But I wouldn't care. Like, you can, you know, say whatever you want, but you will do anything for the approval of your white zaddy. And those are facts. You know. Listen, man, leave Janella alone, man. She called the show. What have I told y'all about roasting my regular callers? You know, she was just overexcited to speak to me. You know, I mean, you gotta. I've told y'all about that, but because then people don't want to call in because they think that you're gonna talk shit about them. No, that's the thing. Well, being successful should not be shamed, but you know, black men, we get zero help in regards to getting where we are. We have to will ourselves to success, and when we do get there, you know, you have women like a Tasha K that will go off on a guy because of his educational background, because she's triggered, because he's the type of man that wouldn't date her. You know, and you know, you have that happening. People, they get triggered by black men who are, you know, have a level of education and success, because in their minds those men wouldn't date them, but they wouldn't date those men, right? Unless those men had success, right? We push ourselves to be successful. We push ourselves to be successful, man. We don't get programs about empowering. We don't have conferences about male empowerment. But you have all these women, you got all these commercials talking about female empowerment. Women can do it too, and all these commercials. All these commercials about women empowerment. All these commercials about women empowerment. All these movies, TV shows, it's all about uplifting women that can't even uplift themselves. You can't even uplift yourself, man. But we as men, we only have ourselves. We don't have programs. We don't have, functions yearly, monthly to help us get to where we want to go to. Y'all have all this help and you still on OnlyFans. What does that tell you? All this empowerment and you still on your back looking for a man to take care of you. Well, that's interesting, Noel. Yeah, well, listen, I'm gonna need Janella to call in every show now. Janella, you gotta call in every show. I like your energy. Janella gotta call in on every show. I'm gonna make sure because she is entertaining. She is entertaining. I like entertaining people. I don't like boring people. I don't like boring people, fake people. But yeah, man, y'all got all this empowerment and you still looking for men to take care of you. All this empowerment and you looking for a man to take care of you. But men, we have to fight, man. We have to be creative. That's what we got to do, man. Well, you know what? They're gonna show their asses on TV because that's I heard that what's her name was dating Future. What's this young girl? I would not doubt it. I mean, these women, like, they have like this thought bone in their body. Or they have this thought itch to scratch. Yeah, Chloe Bailey, they said that she's allegedly dating Future. I wouldn't doubt that. These women see Future as, y'all may not like me hearing, they may not want to hear this, but there are women that see Future as a masculine male because of how he treats women. He don't treat women with respect. He don't treat women nice. He's not the good guy that's trying to fix her mistakes. He don't give a shit. And women find that appealing. So to all you males that want to play savior for these women, understand this. They do not see you as masculine. They don't see you as masculine. They don't. They see men who treat women with the utmost disrespect as masculine. How else do you explain women with no children going after this guy? How do you explain that? Yeah, well, they may be smashing, but, dating is the word they use now. Dating has become ambiguous. See, women like the assholes. Women like the sperm donors. And there's nothing y'all can do about it. Like, you guys can try to... Listen, I don't dislike Future at all. I find Future to be hilarious. As far as, like, when people use him in, like, quotes or pages that are devoted to certain sayings of Future. I find it to be hilarious. I don't have no ill will towards Future. I think Future might be out here really doing the Lord's work. Because he's exposing the nature of these women and how no matter how many children he has, no matter how he treats the women that he's been with, they're still going to want to have unprotected sex with him. I'm telling you, man. There are some women that like functional men, but there are a lot of them that don't, man. A lot of them that don't. There's a lot of them that they prefer these guys who treat them like that, man. Yeah, the future memes are funny. I mean, that's just how it is. He understands that. Men like him understand it. That's why you got men out here with multiple upon multiple baby mamas, children, and you got women that have their whole future ahead of them. They ain't got no kids. They ain't got no bad debt. They get with these guys, man. They get with these guys, man. How do you explain that? I think Chloe does have low self-esteem. You can see it. Never felt pretty. Probably grew up sheltered. The boys that she liked didn't like her back. This is where we at, man. That's why a lot of men are getting hip to that. And they're starting to slowly follow in his footsteps. And a lot of you women are going to start getting treated like that. Right. Well, because I believe I'm not sure. I think they might have grew up in California or LA. Right? You know, the beauty standards in certain places, man, it's going to make these women feel some type of way. So now, you know, she can be like who she saw. Like, she can get on social media and twerk and do all these different things and showcase her body, you know, to feel attractive. You know, these women are ripe for the picking in regards to getting, you know, with the future type men, right? Now, again, this is all alleged, but I don't think that they're lies. You know, you don't randomly put two names together. You don't randomly put two names together. You don't. You don't randomly put two names together. I'm sorry. Those people have a connection somehow. And women are only, and let me just say this too. When I mentioned about men becoming more and more like Future, right? You got men, you got women that despite being in a relationship or being married, they will still sleep with the guy if that guy is somebody that they've always wanted to get with. Like I told y'all about how Drake slept with this female, right? While she was with her boyfriend. How do you explain that? He flew out both of them. I think you can explain it as her being a fan first, a groupie first. That groupie came out of her, even though her boyfriend was right there in the same city. The groupie comes out of her. That's why I was a big for a big movie role while she was shaking her cheeks on social media and TV. Right. I mean, that's they want to be that. They want to be known for being twerkers, man. But it would not surprise me, again, if it starts to affect their mental health. But you're twerking all over the place. You know, we're probably going to hear sometime in the near future about mental health. I'm sorry. If your mental health is bad, get off social media. Let a team run your social media. You don't have to run it. but they're obsessed with it. I see you, Wanda. What's up? All right, Didi. So apparently, and this is a side note. Apparently, Busta Rhymes performed at VMAs, and they're saying he did a way better job than some of these other people. But does that surprise y'all? I mean, a lot of the female artists don't really have the talent. They're just there because they go viral for twerking and whatnot, or what relationship they're in. And then the males are there because they like to wear dresses and skirts and, you know, whatever, right? That's why I say, man, that's why, you know, again, women view men in two different categories. A lot of you males are viewed in two different categories. You're not viewed in the same category. So I want y'all to really understand where we are and understand that if people are affecting your mental health, let them go. Get them out of your circle. Get them away from you if they are no good for you. That doesn't just go for friends. That goes for anybody that you are dating, anybody that you're having a relationship with, anybody that you are connected to. If people are affecting you mentally, you got to let them go, man. You can't let people bother your peace, so to speak. Well, a lot of people end up doing that because they want certain people around them, right? They want certain friends, quote unquote friends, right? But nowadays, things have gotten so crazy, man. Things have gotten so crazy. If people don't want to be around you, don't be around them. You know, find your happiness. You know, I tell y'all all the time that you're programmed to accept things, right? You're programmed to like things. Why not deviate from that programming and go for something that is going to bring positive energy into your life? But a lot of times, a lot of you don't do that. A lot of you seek out that toxic energy because it's fun. It's exciting, right? It's exciting when you can, you know, be in a situation where you're fighting over a man that doesn't want you. You're having children by a guy to keep him in your life. There's no strength anymore. There's no, you know, fighting the programming. A lot of y'all just accept the programming. You just accept what's told to you. You just accept what's given to you. Instead of living your life to find happiness and to find peace, you chase that toxic carrot, so to speak, because you love toxic energy, because that's all you know, right? Now you can pretend that you're not toxic. You can pretend like you're normal. A lot of y'all are just walking around like you're normal when you're really not normal. There's something wrong. There's something deeper behind those eyes. So you're only fooling yourself at the end of the day. And you're only worsening your mental health by chasing that toxic carrot. You know, you heard it from Johnny Blaze. She said that she sees everything on social media. That's why she doesn't like being on there. Well, why are you seeking out those things? Is it so you can go and text somebody about something that you found? You know, you're getting into relationships with dangerous males. You're going to get what you ask for. You can't chase toxic relationships and then say, oh, my mental health. But look at the position you put yourself in. You put yourself in that situation. So therefore, you put yourself in a situation where you're going to ruin your mental health. I think that Jhonni Blaze wanted attention from that post. She wanted attention. If you're taking a break, you take a break. You don't have to announce it. Just let certain people know so that if people ask, they'll say, well, she's taking a break. And, it's a private situation. People would back off. But when you put up a post that people feel like is suicidal, they're going to wonder, why is she posting this? What's going on? You can't get mad. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are the one who insinuated that you didn't want to be here anymore. Instead of you just taking that time off and leaving, you wanted people to care. You wanted people to wonder. That's why they call it attention seeking. There are people who take breaks from social media all the time. They don't tell everybody on social media, hey, I'm taking a break. I'm just going through it. I just don't want to be here no more. They don't have to say all that. They just leave. So you wanted your followers to care. Yes, you did. I don't think you did it because it was just how you feel in that moment. You did it because you wanted people to care. You wanted people to care. But you know what the crazy thing is? Now nobody's going to care as much anymore because now you've responded and you told everybody what's going on. Now they're going to go back to not caring before. They didn't care before. Now they're going to go back to not caring. And let me talk about these women on social media, these Instagram models, these so-called singers and female rappers. The mental illness is running rampant, and you see it. Any woman that goes to the Dominican Republic to get a BBL, she has mental issues, people. She has mental issues. Any woman that strips down on Instagram and dances and twerks and all that, but gets mad when a few people call her out, that's a sign of mental illness. Okay. And what's funny is that you will approach these women. You got guys that may approach them in a manner of a man who's sexually attracted to a woman, but then she doesn't know how to respond. It's like, well, you're putting out sexual energy. A guy is going to want to match that energy by, wanting to date you, may even want to have some relations with you. But yeah, man, why are these heifers going to Dominican Republic? Y'all love to bash men for going overseas, right? But y'all going overseas. Y'all making more trips than we are. But yeah, I've seen women melt down over 2 comments. They'll have 1,000 comments in the comment section. They'll see two negative comments and then they are responding. Right? They're responding. They're making response videos, response posts. And it's like, out of all those people, you found 2 and you're upset and angry. And it's like, you don't need to be on social media now. You don't need to be there. There are people who actually do care about your image. But see, that's the thing. If they don't care about their own image, then none of you should care about their image. Because they don't care about their image. Their image means nothing to them. Their image means absolutely nothing to them. Let me see something real quick while I'm live. Yo, y'all know about the Russell Wilson situation, right? We got the Russell Wilson situation, right? Russell Westbrook, excuse me. Russell Westbrook, this guy's out here wearing this long dress. They're saying it's a kilt dress, but I don't know about that, man. That I've never seen a kilt that long, okay? But I guess they're trying to say, oh, it's a kilt. It's not what you think it is. It's exactly what we think it is. You got these wannabe fashion icons. Look at these wannabe fashion icons. Let me put this on the screen for these wannabe fashion icons. Talk about it. You talk about wanting to belong to Hollywood so badly. Him and Kid Cudi want to be Hollywood so bad, man. They want to be Hollywood so bad. Let me put this up. Hold on. They want to be Hollywood so bad, man. They want to be accepted in the Hollywood so bad. Y'all see these headlines? Russell Westbrook and Kid Cudi rocking skirts for New York Fashion Week, a new trend emerging. I don't know about that, but you got these fashion Negroes, is what I call them. You got these fashion Negroes, okay? They want to be a part of the fashion industry so badly. And Russell Westbrook has always tried to be flashy. Not flashy. He tried to be like more, he tried to, I guess, make his own fashion trends when he would show up at basketball games. These guys are trying so desperately to be a part of the fashion industry. And it just shows you where these guys are, man. This is what they want you black males doing in 2021. This is him. They're saying that this is a kilt. Now, again, it could be, a kilt, but I don't see any Scotsman or anybody who has worn kilts at length walking around in a sheer kilt, okay? But he's there because he wants to be a part of the fashion industry. Him and Kid Cudi. Look at this guy. This definitely is not a kilt. I don't know if it was dress day at New York Fashion, but it didn't have the Nirvana shirt on. Listen, Kid Cudi, he did the performance at Saturday Night Live, right? He was doing a tribute to Kurt Cobain. And he said that he wore that dress because he wanted to pay homage to Kurt Cobain. And that's why he's wearing this shirt along with this dress. And of course, he has the fingernail polish on, which is the same color as his hair. These guys want to be a part of the fashion industry so badly. They so desperately want to be a part of that industry. Kid Cudi, why don't you produce your own clothing, sir? So you can have some justification of doing this. Listen, I don't care what these guys do. He can wear as many dresses and skirts as he wants to. But I want y'all to understand that they're going to use this as propaganda to say, hey, it's fashionable for these guys to walk outside their house. And they have the same color hair too. So I don't know if this was a team effort. He has blue hair. He has blue hair. I don't know if it was a team effort. I don't know. Y'all tell me how he looks. I think the dude looks ridiculous in this. He looks like the coffee foam. Y'all know that coffee, a big life-size coffee foam, and wrap it around yourself. That's what he looks like he's wearing here. But these guys want to be a part of the fashion industry. They so desperately want to be part of the fashion industry, but they have no fashion. Where are your clothing? What is your clothing brand? What's the name of your clothing brand, Russell? Hey, Russell, what's your clothing brand? Kid Cudi, what clothing brand are you presenting at New York Fashion Week? Is this a part of your clothing line? Now, again, it could be cultural, but this ain't what this is a kilt. This is a kilt. Let's see what Zarko had to say. Kid Cudi is back to wearing dress-like garments, but a new fella has emerged in something similar. An NBA player who's kinda considered a man's man, which is a huge statement. Do you see this? Y'all see this bullshit? He's a man's man. Have you not seen the outfits that this guy has worn before games? A man's man, huh? Do y'all see the propaganda they're trying to push? They're saying he's a man's man, and he's wearing a skirt. That's why this ain't no damn kilt. This is what it is, a dress. Talking about he's a man's man. Have you not seen the outfits this guy has worn? Russell Westbrook posted photos this weekend of himself in the Big Apple for New York Fashion Week, and he's wearing none other than a skirt or a kilt, perhaps. They don't even know. Underneath a cardigan sweater, he also has some black boots to offset the color scheme. Again, this is for the fashion niggas, okay? Not to mention the blue hair. At least he don't have no fingernail polish on, I would say that. They're talking about how he's a man's man. See, Russ brand is called Honor the Gift. Okay, so is he presenting? So is this part of his clothing line?
Russ's brand is called Honor the Gift.
Okay, is it this part of his clothing line? I mean, if it is, then you know, hey, that's part of his clothing line. You know, that's you know, that's just what he wears. You know, this is part of his line, his fashion line. You know, his caption referenced lyrics from Kendrick Lamar's verse on Baby Keem. By the way, this post has 71,000 comments. Just imagine. He still has the post though. Don't address me unless it's with 4 letters, and that was from Kendrick Lamar. This Russell Wilson is wearing Tom Brown's here, which is definitely all about the Scottish kilt look. So Tom Brown, he's wearing an outfit from Tom Brown. So this is a Tom Brown original that he's wearing, right? So Tom Brown, sent him this, and he said, I'll wear it. I'll even color my hair. In any case, Cudi wore something similar himself for the fashion event of the week, rocking what appeared to be way more of a traditional skirt under a Nirvana long sleeve shirt. He too was sporting blue hair. Makes you wonder if they were in this together. They probably were. Russell's now in LA again. Well, he's in LA. Kid Cudi, they're part of those crowds. They, those wanna be fashion niggas crowds, No shame for either of these dudes, but of course some folks online were expressing their disapproval for a myriad of reasons. Some folks are showing their homophobic colors outright, and others are invoking conspiracy theories talking about the emasculation of men, etc. And then, yes, it is emasculation. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but that's what it is. And then there are those who absolutely love this, so a mixed bag of reactions here. All the same, Russ and Kid are owning it. KC's been in full-blown tribute. Listen, I'm all about living your truth. If you got, listen, it's funny how they can wear these dresses, but you know, it's not exactly owning nothing, because if they, you know, I just want people to understand that it is an agenda. I don't care how much y'all don't like it. You know? That's what they want. That's why they're calling Russell Wilson a man's man. They're calling him a man's man because of this. Kanye did it first. No, Kanye wore a kilt and he never wore it again. Kanye wore a kilt and he never wore that kilt again. He actually wore it, I believe, at a performance. But he wore a kilt. It wasn't no, it was a Scottish, it was a black leather Scottish kilt he was performing in. I'm not saying that he would never do it, because again, Kanye is a part of the fashion industry. Even then, I think he really wanted to be a part of it, but now he's a part of it. Yeah, women, I think there are women that do love it because it shows a different side of a man. So you got women that like men who wear dresses. You know what's funny? What's her name? Okay, this is Cuddy. NBA YoungBoy's baby mama, I think her name is Jhonni. She was doing, I believe, an IG live with somebody, and she literally said that one of her exes, because she's dated a few guys in the industry. She dated an NBA player right after she dated NBA YoungBoy. She said one of her exes wanted her to lick their toes, while they sat in a skirt. That's what she said. She said Jhonni said that one of her exes, and this is NBA YoungBoy's baby mama, one of her exes wanted her to, I guess, suck on their toes while they sat with the skirt on. That's what she said. That's what she said. She literally said this. I don't know if she was lying. I don't know if she just, I don't know, but it could be truth. I told y'all these women like weirdos. They like weirdos. Y'all know these dudes is weird, man. He wants you to suck on his toes while he wore a skirt? Huh? What the Oh, man. She could be lying. Man. But listen, man, there's truths in a lot of this stuff that they be saying, man. She could be, but, why? But, yeah, man, that's my take on that, man. You know what's crazy? These guys will be in relationships and married, and they'll love wearing dresses. This is just a side of them they want y'all to see. They want y'all to see this side of them. They want y'all to see this side of them where they like to wear nail polish, where they like to wear dresses and skirts. This is the side of them that y'all don't see. These guys are out here cross-dressing when y'all ain't watching. But now they get to do it publicly. Now they get to cross-dress publicly. This is what they want. This is what they do when you're not, in the privacy of their home, which is where this stuff should be. No one cares that you like to wear dresses. I don't really care. I'm speaking on it because I kind of find it hilarious and sad at the same time. These guys be cross-dressing, and they cannot wait to show y'all how they look in their dresses. They can't wait to show y'all. They probably... Listen, man. This stuff goes deep. It really does. I was actually going to do a Patreon video just to go deeper into it and really talk about why these guys love to cross-dress. The fact these guys like to wear fingernail polish and makeup. And, that's what they're into. That's what they're into. The weird, but hey, that's what they do. I'm not gonna call them any names. I'm gonna talk about their orientation because again, we got men in relationships and men that are married that like to wear dresses. So some guys just have a fetish for that. Maybe their fetish is to dress feminine. These guys be trying on their girlfriends and wives' clothes, man. Like if some of you ladies, you got a guy, right? You living with him. You come home and you realize that, clothes that you put up, right, that they are disheveled. And you did not dishevel those clothes. Just know your man, he's trying them on. You're noticing your heels are not where you thought they'll be. He trying them on. He trying them on, man. Listen, live your truth. I'm all about these guys. I don't want these guys to hide who they are. Who are you? I want you to leave your sexuality at home. I don't care that you like to kiss whoever or sleep with whoever, but if you live a certain lifestyle and you really want to be out there, then say it. You don't have to get defensive when you're wearing your dresses and skirts, Yeah, clothes is a little stretched out. You didn't stretch them out. Trying on your clothes. Trying on your heels, your wigs. That's why stuff don't be where it is when you looking for it. Just pay a little extra close attention, man. Dude might be trying them on to see how he looks. That's what's going on. That's why you're starting to see these guys be more open about the fact they like to wear women's clothes. To live the truth, but I need to know they can live their truth, but they gonna have to let me go. Right? So, listen, Sarah, if that's not the life for you, then you definitely would have to go. Because that's not gonna be the life for a lot of people. But this is where we at, man. We are in a situation where the media is pushing this, but then want to sit back and say, well, they claim that we're pushing an agenda to emasculate men. That's what you're doing. But of course, in your mind, you don't think it's emasculation because you don't respect the man's masculinity. If you don't respect the man's masculinity, of course you're going to say it's not men being emasculated because you don't respect their masculinity. And of course, they got to make two black men the faces of this. He's like, oh, look at, he got an NBA player. He's a man's man. Look at him. If that was just a kilt, a Scottish kilt, they wouldn't say that. They know that's a goddamn dress. They know Russell Wilson is wearing a goddamn dress. Let me show y'all. They know Russell Wilson is wearing a goddamn dress. That's why they're saying this. A man's man who's making a huge statement by wearing a kilt? No, because they don't see it as a kilt. They see it as a skirt. And they're trying to make it, they'll say, well, it could be a kilt. But what does him being a man's man have to do with that if it's just a kilt that's worn in Scotland? It's part of their culture. Not Russell Wilson, Russell Westbrook, excuse me. Russell Westbrook. I want to make that clear. I always get them confused sometimes when I get into my diatribes. Russell Westbrook. And they're talking about how he's a man's man who's wearing the dress. I mean kilt. No, you know what you mean. You know it's a dress. No, Sierra, not Russell Wilson. Sarah, not Russell Wilson. Russell, a man that probably goes through your clothes. You know, he's wearing your clothes too. Like, if you know, especially if he's a smaller guy, he feels like he can get into him. That's what's going on out here, man. I know women don't want to accept the fact that they could be with a guy that does that. I don't care how, you know, you think that he could be a street dude or this and that, man. Come on, man. Them dudes be the first ones that if they could, they'd be walking around in fingernail polish and dresses too. Look at these rappers. Look at Young Thug. He came into rap wearing dresses. Like, but yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that, man. Things have changed. Things are changing. That's why you got to keep a clear mind through all this and not fall into the programming, man. Don't fall into the program, man. It doesn't mean that you have to pretend to be something you're not. You could be comfortable in your own skin, you know. But just understand that you're going to be used, Russell Westbrook. You're going to be used to push an agenda, bro. You may not think you are, but you are. That's why I would say, you know, don't allow yourself to be put into that situation. And also, if you look at Russell Westbrook's post, he's saying, you know, don't address me. So he already put the word in his own way, dress, inside the caption because he knew what it was, man. America's going in the wrong direction fast. Just 10 years ago, a lot of this stuff wouldn't have been acceptable, man. Even 5 years ago. But now, through the use of social justice and the use of racism, they've been able to push all these different agendas. Yeah, don't address me. Right. He kind of added that in there because he knew he wearing a goddamn dress. He didn't say don't kilt me. He said don't address me. So he knew what he was saying. Now I see why my ex would complain about holding my purse. He said others. It's like seeing as a bitch. And I see. I mean, yeah, because to you, Sarah, you may not think it's a big deal, but to men, they don't want to hold the purses of their girlfriends. You know, do that perception. What's up, Shanti? I see you. Yeah, man, ain't no telling what in the next couple of years they're going to try to push. That's why I tell y'all, man, there's nothing wrong with having a difference of opinion. There's nothing wrong with having a certain moral socially. We all should have a social morality, you know, socially. We should not just accept anything. Because that's when society starts to go downhill fast. They want y'all to accept anything because I'm telling you right now, they're going to want to push for more stuff. And if you become complacent and allow it to happen, there's no telling how crazy it could get. You know what's crazy that I've had women send me that Russell Westbrook post. Because they see what's going on. They don't like to see men in dresses. Now, if it's a cultural thing, like in the Middle East, you have certain garb that the men will wear, women will wear, right? That's cultural. That's cultural. That's how they dress. But here in America, okay, or any Western country, not just America, any Western country, the men are going to dress a certain way, the women are going to dress a certain way, right? But when you see these guys trying to mirror how a woman dress, that's not cultural. Like they got the fingernail polish, they got the bright color hair. They're looking like a white liberal feminist. That's a problem. Yeah, but that's just, we have a lot going on, man. But again, we need to have a moral code because there's no telling what they're gonna want next, and it's gonna get pushed through because y'all gonna say, well, you can't say that about them because they're a part of this group. It's not, yeah. It's like, listen, if it's a culture that you wear kilts, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But when you are a culture that doesn't have kilts of any kind, and you are going out of your way to look like women and dress like them, that's not culture. That's just you trying to morph into a woman. I don't know what they're paying these guys. They got to be paying them something, right? I guess they're trying to be edgy, but being edgy to me is having the right mindset when it comes to all this bullshit that's going on, and not just following the crowd and doing what you're told to do. Again, in certain cultures, certain type of things are going to be acceptable because that's just how it is. But here, we know what is acceptable here and what isn't. And this country is going the way is going to destroy itself due to the no limitations, man. People don't believe in the Bible, but I mean, some of the shit that's in there is coming true. It seems like no conspiracy theory, but I mean, we're headed that way. We're heading to a way where, people are just so sloppy and so like deprived of attention and sex. Right? Sex is everything to these people. What about having the right mindset, building their sex is going to take over pretty soon, where people are just going to start sleeping with anything and anybody. That's what's going to happen. Because when you call these women out for their behavior, you get attacked for it. And it's going to become a situation where these women are going to be sleeping with all types of men. They're going to be sleeping with all types of women. Then you got the males. They're going to be doing what they're doing. And there's not going to be any safety. There's not going to be any limits. And if you try to speak out against it, you're going to be ostracized and your life is going to be destroyed. You know why? Because we've allowed it to get to that point. We've allowed it to get to that point. See, that's the thing. That's the boomers, Sarah. The boomer politicians are greedy, and they didn't make a lot of money when they first started out in politics. Now they're making money by selling pieces of this country away. So they could care less. The boomers don't care. The boomers think that they're smart and they think they have things under control, but you don't. You really don't. Oh, of course, they got people sleeping with animals, man. I'm seeing all types of news stories about guys getting caught sleeping with animals, man. That's how crazy stuff is getting, man. They want everything to be a mismatch, mix mash, genderless society full of people who just have no morals, no values, lazy, controlled. That's what they want. And we're falling right into it. And we've done this to ourselves, man. You got all these people talking about empowerment. America's this, America's that, but you won't leave. You won't leave. You won't go to the promised land. You won't go to the continent. Why is that? It's because you love it here. You know you will never be treated as good anywhere else that you are here. They know that deep down. As far as mental health goes, there are different ways of handling your mental health. You can handle it by one, staying off of other people's platforms. I think too many of y'all go stalking the pages of your exes, worrying about what they're doing, adding anxiety into your life. Find a hobby. Not just being online, there's a lot of things you can do instead of just on social media looking at who's doing what, There's a lot of things you could do. All right, people, I think that's it for me. I appreciate everybody being here. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. Make sure y'all go and check out the video I did about Made the Stallion. Also, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Links are in the description. And also subscribe to the Patreon, man. Exclusive content. All right. And I hope y'all doing good. Sarah, if they shut off the internet one day, a lot of people are going to be in trouble. A lot of people gonna be in trouble. I can use some time off, so it's not gonna bother me. But a lot of you people that live on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, y'all are gonna be going nuts. I know y'all are, because I know y'all. I know y'all. But thank you to everybody that called in, that donated. Y'all have been a very good crowd on this night edition. We all the way into the morning. All the way into the morning, man. All right, people. I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Y'all take care and have a good night. All right.